Hey everyone, welcome back again. I was motivated to do a video after watching a video online, and the one thing that I love about YouTube is there's so many people offering their opinions on certain things, but what troubles me more than anything is you've got people that are doing either advice or reviews on products. I wouldn't say that the product reviews are fine. Everyone has an opinion on something, but when they start giving advice as far as how to use firearms tactically, and yet they have zero firearms training, zero firearms background, you could be an enthusiast and a collector. Does not make you a tactical guru that you should be offering advice to people on the web. It bothers me because you are legally obligated for what you do. Every round you send downrange, whether it be at a range or in your home or in your backyard, you are legally liable for. So, and I creep on people's sites and I watch a lot of videos, and there's a lot of great guys out there that offer really good, solid advice and love the whole zombie killing thing. But, when it comes to offering tactical advice or even home protection, you really got to know what the hell you're talking about, because you're setting people up to fail. All right, so I'm going to get off my soapbox right now, and I'm going to talk a little bit about home invasions and home protections. Unfortunately, we're living in an environment right now where it is actually happening, and you have a right to protect yourself in your home. What you see here are the only two recommendations that I would have for home protection. One would be obviously a shotgun. This is a Mossberg 590A1 with an EOTech scope on it. It's 20-inch barrel. And the other one, of course, is my particular 9mm SIG Pro, and it has a Insight Technology M6 light laser combination. Now, I'm going to more or less go towards the pistol than I am going to go towards the shotgun. The shotgun's big, bulky. It's not going to allow you to maneuver within the house. If you should go examine what's going on in your house, if you hear a noise in your house, depending if you're upstairs, do not go downstairs. Stay put, call 911. If you live in a single family house, you can strategically, carefully, and cautiously examine the situation and go find out what's going on. A shotgun is great. You don't have to worry about over-penetration. You have multiple options. You can use slugs. I really wouldn't recommend slugs because you got to be dead accurate with your shots. You could use a double-aught or triple-aught buck, which I would recommend that. Or you can even go as far as using bird shot. But the shotgun is not for everyone in the home, whether it be your child, if they're of age and they can handle a firearm. Some females have a hard time manipulating a shotgun, absorbing the recoil of the shotgun. You can also use other gauges. You've got plenty of other options. And as you can see, it's pretty big and bulky, and then you have to worry about racking the round. But my biggest problem is at night when an invasion happens or a robbery happens, the house is basically dead, quiet, there's no lights on the house. Putting a light laser combination and being able to manipulate that is pretty difficult on a shotgun. So I'm going to segue over to a pistol as being probably the perfect home defense firearm. Depending on what you want, your caliber choices, it doesn't matter if it's a 22, 25, 380, 9mm, 40, 45, 10mm, 357 SIG. You can go on and on. The chances are, if you engage an intruder, they're going to get out of there toot sweet. I mean, they're going to just haul ass and get out of there. But capacity is always a good thing. 9mm is going to offer you the highest capacity, plus P ammo. A good defensive round is going to do the job. But I'm going to talk a little bit about lights and lasers and when they should be activated. All right? Now, this again prompted me to do this video because this particular person was talking about the burglar not being aware of seeing a laser and not knowing what it is. Well, you know what? Never underestimate anybody. The laser should only be activated when you're on target. The reason being is, now think about this for a second. If you happen to be walking through your house and all of a sudden your laser is on and that laser happens to be, say if it's sweeping the doorway or if it's sweeping the floor itself, you have to worry about that. And hopefully you guys can see that because this is actually a Crimson Trace on this also with the insight. But anyways, if that image is seen going across a wall or across the floor, well, guess what? You've given away the fact that you are there. Now, the criminal or whoever is in the house is going to take advantage of the fact that he knows that you're coming around the corner, but yet you don't know that they're there. The only time a laser should be activated is when you come up on target and you want to ID the target, or you want to get your sight picture on that target. So that's the only time that laser should actually be activated. As far as a light goes, you never, ever want to shine that light as you're going through the house. You are going to cast shadows. You're also going to give away your position. Once again, whoever is in the house is going to know you're coming around the corner, and they could be waiting for you with God knows what type of a weapon. There could be more than one. So the only time that you ever want to activate this light, now which is nice about any type of a laser system, is they have a really nice activation system. So this one here, it has a, you can either use your support hand, you can use your trigger finger. Support probably the best, but you can flash it, you can lock it on solid. But the only time the light should be on is when you've come up on target and you see a shadow and you want to identify the target. There has been cases where, unfortunately, family members have been shot by over-nervous parents or someone that is not aware of the fact that it's their own kid coming in the house, their own wife, their own husband, whatever the case may be. You are, once again, legally liable for every round you put downrange or in your house. You have to identify the target. You're going to go to court. Regardless of the fact that they're in the house, you have to identify the target. You do not want to shoot an innocent victim. You do not want to shoot a police officer. You do not want to shoot a family member. So, a light laser combination is a great combination for home protection. And once again, the only time that should be on is when you come up on target and you want to identify the target. You can put it on full. The laser is going to give you a nighttime sight picture. So that's my advice for anyone that wants to have something in the house for home protection. Make sure the children aren't around the gun. If your children are old enough, train them. Teach them. Curiosity. If you do not teach them about firearms and firearm safety and how to control the firearm, how to shoot the firearm, and how to leave the gun alone, curiosity is going to get the best of them. It happens all the time, whether it be with something in the tool chest, something in your drawer, especially a firearm. The kids nowadays are playing video games. They see this, they want to play with it, they want it to show their friends, and if the gun is being used for home protection and the gun is loaded, you've heard stories on the news and the media. We don't need this type of publicity, so make sure that if you have children, they're of age. You're training them, you're teaching them. Take an NRA course. There are a lot of classes for children, for young adults, young teenagers. Get them out and train them. So once again, this is all about home protection. These are the only two firearms I would ever recommend that you would use. I would never use a rifle. Absolutely not. Overpenetration issues can be devastating. If you shoot and you miss and it leaves your house and goes to the next door neighbor and God forbid someone gets shot, you're liable for that round. So any type of a handgun caliber, you're probably going to not go through the home. A shotgun, once again, not going to go through the home. So stay away from rifles. An AR, anything that's 308, 223, anything that's a rifle caliber, don't. So anyways, be careful what you watch. Be careful what you watch on YouTube. Look at the credentials that the person has. Make sure that they are trained professionals. They've gone through training. They're NRA instructors. They're former military. They're law enforcement. You don't want to get bad advice from someone that merely wants to go on YouTube and post videos and become some sort of a celebrity. And, they need to have credentials. I respect a lot of YouTubers that are out there. I love watching their channel. I watching these people blow some shit out. But there's a couple people out there that offer these advices, and I just literally cringe at night because they don't even realize it, but if God forbid something happens and you go in court and you say, well, I saw it on YouTube, this person told me this. It's called the deep pocket theories. So whoever is suing you, or God forbid this scenario happens, they're going to go after you, they're going to go after the YouTuber, they're going to go after the gun manufacturer, they're going to go after the light manufacturer, they go after everybody. So anyways, home protection, these are the two recommendations that I have. Light laser combination. Only time that you activate your light or your laser is when you're up on target and you want to identify your target. You do not shoot unless you identify. Stay away from rifles. Train your children. Knowledge is power. Don't let curiosity get the best of them. So hopefully my rant, my rave is going to enlighten you and educate you, and hopefully things will work out well in your family, and you don't ever have to use this advice. All right. Once again, appreciate everyone stopping by. Keep up the emails and the comments, and take care. I'll talk to you all soon.